Hi everyone! Today I want to talk to you about my experience after meeting the creator of PhD Comics, or Pile Higher Dig Deeper. So I got a chance to meet the creator of PhD Comics. His name is Jorge Cham. He was actually brought in by the Association of Graduate Students and Moors at Concordia, and I had the chance to participate in the event, and I was also part of the coordinating group. This was back in October. I don't remember the exact date. I will put it on the screen somewhere, but it was in October. In the morning, we started with a workshop about writing for science or science communication. After that workshop, I started thinking about how what I'm doing with academic roles can actually turn out into science communication, but I was kind of avoiding that idea because I didn't want to go with the trend on everywhere. That's like every PhD student now wants to be a science communicator instead of a professor, or at least that's how I see it. But anyway, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I didn't want it to get on board that train. But after going to his workshop, he actually gave us an exercise to explain our topic, our research, using only the English words, the most common English words. And that proved to be a real challenge because, for example, my topic is humanitarian logistics. Neither humanitarian nor logistics are in that first most popular words list. And I was not the only one struggling with this, and this made me think about how we as scientists, as researchers, use all these complicated terms, and at first it's like, oh, like there's no other way I can say logistics without saying logistics, when I could actually say move, plan, design how something will work, how throughout the whole process, throughout the whole system, something would work without having to use that very specific term. It kept burning in the back of my mind that I should really strive now to talk in plain English, which is really hard for academics. I must say that we are trained to use all these fancy words, and then we forget that the common Joe doesn't necessarily know all those words, and why that is, maybe that's a topic for another video because I have strong mixed feelings about that. But yeah, let's leave it there for now. After that first workshop, which was really good, I had the lucky opportunity to go with the organizing committee to lunch with Jorge Cham, and I got some pointers and talked about academic roles, and he told me how he started in more details with his PhD comics, and it really inspired me to continue doing what I'm doing and actually improve and think about where exactly is it that I want to take this project or hobby of academic roles. And after the lunch, we went to his talk, which was open to all the community in Montreal, and he talked about how procrastination can actually prove to be fruitful and how we should not beat ourselves, which is something common for PhD students. Every time we're doing something, we think that we should be doing that other thing that's in our to-do list since a month ago and we haven't yet gone through it. For example, writing my draft for the writing workshop. Anyway, so yeah, he also gave some examples of some scientists, procrastinators, that because of their procrastination, we now get to enjoy what they discovered throughout procrastination. After that, I also had the opportunity to follow him around to a podcast that was made in Concordia, recorded that day, that is called Thinking Out Loud. So they interviewed him and talked about how students and the scientific community in general can disseminate the message of science, of research, using non-traditional methods. So not necessarily a paper, maybe a comic, for example. And after that, I also got to go to the networking event that we had for Morse members. And I have to say, it was really inspiring to know that someone from a mechanical engineering PhD turned out and made a job for himself in comics and communicating science in a fun, non-traditional way. And that's something that is probably going to keep burning in the back of my mind until I figure this whole thing out. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you a little bits of my experience and my thoughts about that, and let you know that there are things that are gonna come in the way, and yes, it's gonna be a journey for all of us here in the Academic Rose community. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if you want to follow me on social media, check out these handles over here. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.